Instead of the focus on gadgetry, I really don't think we're going to see another device like the smartphone, like the iPhone, that's going to have that kind of impact. You know, it was thought to be the tablet. Tablet's a great thing, but it hasn't transformed society to that extent. We're really in a phase, I think a prolonged phase, of application of technology, application of gadgetry, and application of connectivity. So it's like you've got the invention of the motor, and then you've got a good 30, 40 years where the entire world becomes industrialized because people are finding out new things to do with that motor, and it touches every business. So we're really, experiencing that wide dispersal of the technology, and that's what the next Canada is about. Where does Canada fit into that? And this, it's like dominoes. Of course, technology, information, media, we were the first to feel that disruptive effect. But now we're getting into a place where even shipping, even brick and mortar, Blockbuster's gone, but then you look at Amazon in the States, and the way that they have streamlined shipping to a point where, my friend who lives in Silicon Valley has a subscription to diapers. He subscribes to diapers. He has certain things that he knows he's going to need at a certain schedule, and there's deep discounts through Amazon, and they're waiting for him at his door. It's he's got the Prime subscription, which works better here than there, and they have got that down to such a science, and they're working on, you may have heard that Amazon wants to send packages via drone, and there's some skepticism as to whether or not that's actually going to be viable, or whether it was just a PR stunt, but that technology exists. Automated cars is, there's no actual new technology. There's an application of a series of technologies that could absolutely transform cities, transform traffic, transform delivery. And it's never the way that you think. It's not that we're all going to have an automated car. If you've got a fleet of automated cars, what makes more sense is just having roving automated cars constantly picking people up and dropping them off. Everything kind of follows. And the early signs are that Canada is not in the best place to be a part of these new transformations. And you can, the Amazon situation is a great, example of that, where Amazon Canada is not Amazon US, and Netflix Canada is not Netflix US. We have erected these artificial boundaries around how commerce is done in this country, and our versions, our flavors of these services are not as efficient and not as robust as Americans. And what the internet does is it erases geographic boundaries, and our kind of tariffs and licensing regimes around this, the fact that our shipping network is not as advanced as America's, and with Canada Post's recent decision not trending in the right direction, will we be left out of the cold, or can we pivot and be a part of this? Now, we are a part of it in really meaningful ways. We produce some of the greatest minds that are a part of this revolution. There are over 300,000 Canadians working in the greater Bay Area, in the Silicon Valley area. And I was recently down there and I spoke to 300,000. I mean, it's just staggering. But that presents a question to us. I mean, do we want to just be the place that produces the minds that get shipped off there? Can we actually have a viable tech hub here, and how will it kind of grow towards the rest of our businesses? And amidst the kind of fallout from BlackBerry, there are signs of hope, and there are also, I think, some legacy organizations that are digging in their heels. And the establishment in Canada has always taken a wait and see what happens in the US approach. And I'm not sure that that's going to, that works really well when you have the opportunity to just offer the Canadian version of that thing that worked last year in the States. But when you have American companies that do not respect our boundaries just kind of coming over the internet and plucking away, be it Canadian cable subscribers to American services, be it American companies coming in and poaching Canadian minds, what kind of an attitude and what kind of approach can we take to these changes that will put us in the right spot to take advantage?